Hi, my name is Vince. Welcome to another tea break repair. So over the next 10 or 15 minutes, hopefully we will get this item up and running again. So it's a tea break repair. So pause the video right now and go get yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, or anything you want. I'm having a nice mug of cranberry here in my merch mug. Look at that. I'll show it to you more later on when my drink has gone down. I'll show you a couple of other bits as well, and the website. Some of you might be interested. So what are we going to be fixing in this video? We're going to be fixing a Talkboy Home Alone watch. I don't believe the watch was in Home Alone. I think it was a cassette recorder thing. But obviously they've jumped onto the bandwagon, and anything that resembles that, they've made it for many years after that film because it was so popular. So I got this off eBay for £10. Unfortunately, I can't see the details of it anymore, but from memory there was no details of it anyway. I think it just said it's not working, which is not very helpful, but it was only £10. I think I paid about £3 postage or something like that. Here we have it. Now it looks particularly grubby, extremely lightweight, and if I'm honest with you, not very good quality whatsoever, but it's a toy. Now, I had a look at this when it first of all arrived back in March, and some of the buttons don't feel good whatsoever. This switch here doesn't want to move. But yeah, I mean, it's from, where's it from? 1996, so 25 years ago. Tiger Electronics, they make loads of handheld games as well. So I need to get myself 4.5 volts battery, LR44 times 3. Let me get some of them. Right, so we've got 4 crosshead screws at the back. Whoops, let's move my new mug just in case I smash it. Butterfingers. So the idea of the Talkboy is that you can record your voice and then play it back. And also, obviously, tell the time as well. It's quite dirty. Do you know what I'm thinking? Yeah, I think... One second. I think these batteries have been put in wrong, just like the Game & Watch ages ago. Have a look. I don't think there's going to be anything wrong. Oh, mind you, it is, the buttons do feel wrong at the front. But look, can you see here? These things here are, if you go to push that in there, that's not going to be going on the side of the battery. You kind of have to put it in at an angle like this and then push it down like that. I reckon most people would just push the battery straight in, and then it's not going to make a proper contact. There we go. Oh, hello. That's set. That's alarm. Yeah, this is working. Looks very dirty. Look at that. So we have to take it apart anyway. Now, play. What? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. That sounds a bit weak, doesn't it? Is it going on for a set time? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, and so about 6 seconds. Well, I started at 1, so 5 seconds. That is stuck. No, that's not moving. Look at that, it fades as well when you look at that. As if it's weak. Right, let's take it apart. Right, so we've got 2 screws down here. Right, we've got more screws, you must have to undo these as well. Uh-oh. Hold on now. Well, it all needs to be cleaned anyway. Oh, look at that. Look at the what's it called? The zebra connector. It's got, how was it even working? It's got a big lump off sticky bit on it. Oh, it can't have been shown all its segments, can it? Yeah. Okay. Let's take it all out. Gonna come out. Oh yeah, look how dirty that is. Oh, it's gonna come up much better now. Look at that. Oh yeah, 25 years of dust. Excellent, this is gonna come up really nice. Oh. Right. Okay, it's pretty grubby. So that's a little microphone. That switch is jammed in there. And that's why we couldn't move it. There we go. I think what we should do is, let's give everything a clean with IPA. Let's gently take the connector off. There we go. I'm going to keep the IPA away from this because I don't want the IPA to go underneath here and stain the back. So I'm just going to, I'll just clean that with a little bit of tissue. But let's clean everything else with IPA. So this is how these battery contacts join onto these bits here. So maybe I could flatten them a bit more. Yeah, I'll be able to flatten them. Because really you only need those edges there, don't you, touching. You don't need it to be like it was. Well, I'm going to get some isopropyl alcohol and give everything a nice good clean. Taking all the electronics out of this bit here, so what I am going to do is just off camera, I'm going to put this in a sink of soapy water and just give everything a nice good clean. Try to get all the dirt away from the grooves and stuff like that. So that's it nice and washed now. I'm going to get a hairdryer on it to make sure that there's no leftover water anyway. Just doing that zebra connector just very gently because I don't want to damage that, otherwise it won't display. Zebra connector just takes it from these contacts here to the actual screen. So see these bits here? Looks a little bit grimy, not too bad. And these side ones, so these are the side ones that you push in, and can you see they're plated at the side as well? Because that's the actual bit that's getting pushed in by the buttons when you set the time. Let's zoom in and see if we can get this switch back together. Oh, I better be careful here. Actually, thinking about it, we only need one rail to work, don't we? Because there's only this side that's connected. That side's not connected, so we only need one of the rails to actually make a contact. No, I can't do it that way, can I? Because look, this has little bumpy bits. And you see the top bit has a bump there. So that's what locks it into place. So that can't go that way around. So we have to go this way. Like that. Right now. Well, certainly moving now. Let's see if it's working. Yes. No. That's not working there. Right, so it's the inside one we're worried about, the one furthest away from here. Furthest away from these little bumpy bits. So let's try to just lift these up a little bit. There. Well, that's going to put more force down on them now. Oh, I've made it slightly harder to move though. Let's see if it's working. Well, that appears to be doing it now. Right, let me put a little bit of deoxit in that. I'm just going to wipe off the top so it doesn't attract any more dust. The problem with it is, see, a watch like this is obviously not waterproof. It's full of holes. And when it's full of holes, it's also going to get a load of dirt and dust in as well. That's that. I think we can now put it back together. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. Right, let's see how it goes back together. Well, the answer to that is not very well. It was a bit of a nightmare. It took me quite a long time. Annoyingly, I managed to break one of the battery contacts when I was trying to bend it back into shape to make it more flat. But that was quite fiddly to fix because of the shape of it, and also there's not a huge amount of room to actually put solder in once the battery contact is in the plastic. I eventually did it. I just glued part of the contact onto the plastic and then put the other battery contact into the bit of plastic and filled up the hole with solder, and then when I put enough solder in, it bonded both bits together, or soldered both bits together, in which case then it was just using the glue just to basically get it into the right position. So yeah, luckily all that was working, and the watch does appear to be working, but it took me a bit of time to work out about this recording side of things. With the, you can have the option with the switch to make your voice faster and slower, but it depends where you have the switch when you do the recordings. That actually took me quite a while to work out. So this next part of the video, you see it's nearly all finished. I've still got to clean the screen up, try to get rid of a few scratches, but at least now it is working. Right, here we have it. It took me a little bit to work out with this recording, but I've got it now and it is all working fine. So you can see here 3:55, and that's the correct time here. If I hit mode here, the alarm's going to go off at 3:56, so the alarm's going to be going off any second now. If I was to hit that again, you can see it's the 20th of September, which is the correct date. So let me just be quiet for a minute, and then, well actually, let's do these ones. That's that one. That's that one. Now let's let it go to 3:56. And it looks like you can have the alarm going off and chiming every hour. There we go. So that's the alarm. And now it's off. Right, now to do the recording, this was confusing me because I had it in normal when I was doing the recording, and there is a difference between slow and fast, but not huge. But if you record in slow, that then becomes your normal voice. So when you go all the way to fast, it really does quicken it up. Likewise, if you record in fast, that will be your normal voice. So when you go to here, it makes a huge difference. So let me show you. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that was done in slow, and now if I hit play, that would be my normal voice. But now listen, if I go all the way to fast, and likewise, if I was to go and record in fast, and if I go to slow. So to get the full effect, if you go to the extremes when you're recording, then it will do more extreme when you go to the other way. So yeah, that is it. All I have to do now is get a little bit of Brasso, clean up this lens here because it's quite scratched, and then we are finished. So this is like a metal polish. I'm not going to go all the way up to the paint because then that's just going to take off the Talkboy. I'm just purely doing the lens. Oh, look at that. Now, compare that to the beginning. How much nicer does that screen look now? Remember before it was covered in dust? And now look at it. Very nice indeed. Let me try it on. Oh, 4 o'clock. It just binged at me. Oh, the strap's real small. Well, realistically, I'm never going to be wearing this anyway. 25 years ago, I'm sure some kids would have had some enjoyment from something like this. Right now, let me show you my merch. So here we go. This is the one of the large mugs, my mate Vince. And you can see there, let's get the back off this. There's another mug out there that says, remember, I'm not an expert. We have that mug there. Now, that's a nice looking mug, isn't it? My mate Vince, smaller than this one here. But that looks, that's nice. And this is one of the t-shirts. I'll show you the website afterwards. Nice glittery little label as well. But there you have it. My mate Vince. I'll zoom out a bit. Ta-da! So for all, it needs an iron. For all those people that have been asking for merch, at long last, it is available. Let me show you the website. So here we have it. So Dean's done a really good job here. That's his company up there. Puddles, together we can make a difference, because 10% of profits do go to charity. So if you go to the website and go to influencers, you will find me here, and this is my page. And check out the merchandise. So you've got tees here. You've got that's the mug that you've seen in the video here. T-shirt there. That's the Remember I'm Not an Expert one. Remember I'm Not an Expert. And there's some really nice colours here. Look at this. That's another mug, the My Mate Vince massive one. Check out the colours here, look at that. How nice are some of those colours? The aqua one. I think they look pretty good. And we've got the hoodie here. Now he did a really good job off one. Look at that one! He did a really good job off one here. Let me go back to, let me see if I can find it. Oh, it was under the t-shirt one. Look at the background here. This one here, look at that. Is there any way I can make that bigger? Yes, I can. Check that out with the My Mate Vince logo in the background. How good does that look? So what I'll do is I'll link to the description down below. If for those of you that have mentioned merch throughout the past few years, finally Dean's got it sorted for me. So maybe you might want to check it out and see what you think. Buy something if any of it takes your fancy. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me end with a message here.
Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more My Mate Vince videos in the future.
And if I want to sound more manly, here we go.